Hi, I'm Laura.
I'm Arjen.
We're from Kolwai, and
You're watching Live Prog!
Hello music friends, welcome to Live Prog. My name is Marcel Hasser and I am the Dutch guy. And in this video we are going to talk about comics. We are going to talk about something completely unexpected: Walt Disney. I mean, let's face it, who of us, be honest, who of us did not grow up with the stories or the books or the magazines by Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse and of course Scrooge McDuck? Well, that is exactly what I'm going to talk about here, and I am not joking. I'll show you. I am not joking. This is the Dutch one, of course. I am the Dutch guy, so this is the Dutch version. But this book, and basically this stack of books that I have right here, that is the basis for the review I have right now for you guys. Because these books hold the life story of Scrooge McDuck. And that was really cool, because of course we know the character, we know his incredible wealth, but what about his history? I mean, we know that lucky coin he has, you know, but how did it all start? In these books, Don Rosa has created a really amazing story. He was the artist who drew all the pictures of that event, and that was really cool. And that inspired the man of Nightwish fame, Mr. Tuomas Holopainen, and we know him all from, well, Nightwish is of course epic, symphonic, bombastic metal, but Tuomas Holopainen decided to do a solo project, and he didn't take something simple like another metal album or so. No, he took out something really special. He let himself be inspired by these stories, and he got an orchestra, he got a choir, he got so much involved in it. But the one thing that makes this project so special is that the man who drew these comic books is also a part of that album. Look at the most beautiful album cover I know. Created by Don Rosa himself, the man who works for Walt Disney, or worked, I'm not sure anymore, but at least the man who drew the original Scrooge McDuck. Well, not the original, that was Carl Barks of course, but Don Rosa was someone who continued the work that Carl Barks started, and he is an amazing artist. Now, I don't know, I mean, my lighting is not very good here, so I hope you can see all the details in it. There's an immensely detailed picture, and we have the entire back side. There we have it. Look at it, it is so beautiful. It is a double album, and we have the inside here with some details. Also a lot of original sketches from Don Rosa, and of course this picture right here, that is, I'll bring it a little bit closer. There you have it, Tuomas Holopainen and Don Rosa. Wow, you know, that is magical. That is magical, and the music is really beautiful. And I must say, I am so impressed by the package that I'm spending a little more time than usual on this, because of the fact that this significant person, artist, has contributed to it. I mean, look at it. This is just the album sleeve, you know. It's really amazing. And of course, if we take out the vinyl, then you see something like this. You know, not much, very simple and yet very beautiful. Now, I don't have a digital version with the album. I bought the album and it didn't have anything else but the vinyls in it. Normally you get like a code that you can download the digital version. I don't have it, so if I want to listen to this album, I have to do it right here, right there, on my record player at home. I can't take it with me in my car, for example, but no problem there. But it also means I can't play you any samples in this review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the record. Very softly. I'll let the needle drop. There we go. Look at it. I'll show you the other one as well. Well, of course, similar idea. And credits. And once again, and that is something really interesting. I mean, the music takes up 3 sides of these records, and side D is this one, contains an alternative version of one of the songs, my personal favorite, the highlight of the album, in an alternate version. And the funny thing is, a record you play at 33 1/3 RPM, and side D you play at 45 RPM. I didn't know that the first time I played it, so that's pretty funny, and well, I didn't notice it, to be honest, but I was casually listening. Alright, now, the music, you can hear it. I hope it's not too loud. Here we have a lot of names listed. We have like a choir, and we have the orchestra right here, and a lot of people are involved in it. There are also some singers. Tuomas Holopainen wrote all the music, all the lyrics, he wrote all the arrangements, and he does, of course, all the keys and piano parts in it. Then we have a few singers. We have Alan Reid, the voice of Scrooge, with a nice Scottish accent, and it's not Alan Reid, you know, the singer, the Prog singer, but it's Alan Reid. Then we have Johanna Kurkela on vocals, Johanna Livainanen, I hope I don't butcher the names, on vocals, Tony Kakko from Sonata Arctica, doing also a nice part on this album. We have a few other musicians as well next to the orchestra. Put down the music a little softer, and we have a guest right here, lovely Nala, is curious to what I'm doing here with this review, so she can join in, but don't make too much noise. Alright, I was talking about the musicians, of course. We have Mikko Livainanen on guitars and banjo, Teho Mayamaki on didgeridoo, very cool, John Burr on harmonica, and another familiar name, Troy Donockley, Julian pipes, slow whistles, and bodhran. And of course Troy Donockley is from lots of bands, but recently joined as permanent member of Nighwish. Now, these musicians together with an orchestra, with a choir, bring basically a soundtrack to a comic book. That's how you should see this. And in, I'd say 45 minutes, maybe a little more, Tuomas Holopainen musically takes a journey through the history of Scrooge McDuck. And he does that in a really beautiful way. This is really a album you just need to sit down and listen to. It is very classical, of course. It's very cinematic. But also the vocal parts are very nice. They sometimes are a little folky. I mentioned the didgeridoo. I'll take up this one again. That comes up in the first side, side A, the last track, Dreamtime. Now I went back, looking at the comics. It's nice, to take out the comic books and just look up the parts that are mentioned here in the tracks. We have 9 tracks to give the whole story, 3 tracks on every side of the album. And of course we have that bonus track, that is A Lifetime of Adventure. That is the second track on the third side, side C. And that is really fantastic. There we have these really beautiful female vocals. We have really amazing music. It's mesmerizing music when you listen to this. I like, as I said, the didgeridoo on Dreamtime very much. There are also a few nice guitar solos here and there. But there is nothing really heavy. It is really in the vein that you would expect. Scrooge McDuck is of course from Scotland originally, so you have a lot of references to the folk music from Scotland in it. You have the orchestral passages, how do I describe the music? This is an album you just have to listen to. It is completely different from what he does with Nighwish, but at the same time it is not very different, because Nighwish is more metal and it's bombastic, but it's also very symphonic, and that symphonic element is found again in this album, and that is what I like about it. So in a way it may sound like a bit of a departure from what he normally does, but it turns out it is closer than the music of Nighwish than you would normally think. I think this is a really fantastic album. It is really beautiful music. It is, wow, this is music that everybody will love. If you like classical music, you will love it. If you like folk music, you will enjoy it. If you like soundtracks, you will enjoy it. But even if you like the heavier music, just the idea of what this album is based upon, that makes it so nice. And I think it's really cool that Tuomas chose this to be his solo album. And wow, and I would almost say, I hope there will be a sequel, but I think, you know, this is pretty much a one-time deal, you know. This is just the story he wanted to tell, and hopefully he will create something similar to this, because I really like this style very much. But who knows? I mean, next up is a new Nightwish album, so that is something I am definitely looking forward to. Finally hearing also Floor Jansen on Nightwish. But you know, in the meantime, I'm really happy and excited that he created this really beautiful album. So check it out if you don't have it already, and get it on vinyl. It sounds so beautiful there, and the vinyl, the mix, the mastering is really stunning. It's crystal clear. So Tuomas Holopainen, music inspired by the lives and times of Scrooge. Check it out, get it, you will love it very much, and you just go back to your childhood. That was very cool. Now, if you already have the album, let me know what you think of it, and let me know what is your favorite character in the whole Donald Duck, Scrooge McDuck family. Let me know that, I'm curious. Mine has to be Donald Duck. I mean, you know, the eternal, you know, always having bad luck, and I can relate a little bit to him, so that's my favorite character. Well, let me know what's yours, and check out this album. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you will see me at a new review. Oh, and if you like what I'm doing here with these videos, you can also click subscribe somewhere around there. You know, you'll see more cool videos. So thank you again, and once again, this beautiful album. Cheers!